Welcome to the PM Pulse, continuing PMP in practice series by Palak Shah and Archana Chaudhary. In this video, learn about mastering PMP language part 4.
The 10 knowledge areas, it's all about what of that project management. So we have already discussed these 10 knowledge areas. It represents the topic discipline of the project manager must be proficient in on those 5 process groups. It tells what to manage. It tells about scope, risk, cost, or the process group tells like when, which is all about initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, control, closing. So that's all about the 10 knowledge area, and it talks about what of that project management.
Right. And the next few slides, it's helping with the focus questions to remember those knowledge areas importance. So first one here is integration management, right? So the main question is, are we coordinating everything correctly? It's like putting everything together to coordinate all other knowledge areas and processes. Okay. And then the second is scope management, defining and controlling what is and is not included in the projects. The main focus question is, are we building the right thing? Okay. And then schedule management is for planning, developing, and controlling the project timeline. So the main question to ask is, are we on track to finish on time? And for cost management, estimating, budgeting, and controlling the project finances. So it's to check, are we staying within budget or not? Okay, and then fifth one, quality management, ensuring the project and its deliverables meet the required standards. It's to check, are we building it correctly? Okay, as per the quality. The next one, to continue with the resource management. So just going with the focus question here. So when it's about resources, the main question to ask is, do we have what we need and is the team effective? Okay, team, equipments, and materials, all the resources. Okay, then communication management. It's are the right people getting the right information? Right. And ensuring timely and appropriate planning, collection, creation, distribution, storage, retrieval management, and ultimate disposition of project information. That all goes under communications management. The next is risk management, identifying, analyzing, and planning responses for project uncertainties, threats, and opportunities. So main question to ask, what could go wrong or right, and what's the plan? Right. Risk management, it's about planning the responses. That's the main key here, right? We need to be prepared for any surprises or uncertainties. The next, procurement management, purchasing or acquiring products, services, or results needed from outside the project team. So how do we legally work with outside vendors? Okay, any other contractors and all. And last one, stakeholder management, identifying all people or groups impacted by the project and managing their engagement and expectations. So the main question here is, who cares about the project and how do we keep them supportive? Okay. So these are the main 10 knowledge areas.
So let's start. Let's start with the practice questions, and I will need your responses here. So we will start with the very first one. You are leading a newly approved project to implement a customer feedback system. Key stakeholders are engaged. You are now working with the team to define detailed deliverables, boundaries, and acceptance criteria before breaking down the work. Now, which document are you most likely to produce at this stage? Project charter, scope statement, risk register, or lessons learned register? It's kind of a direct question. It is B. So why is it B? So project scope statement is a detailed description of the project's scope or like major deliverables. So it includes scope description, deliverables, acceptance criteria, or any exclusion. So yes, this is the scope statement, which is the right answer. Thank you. Good one. So moving to the next question. Your team is developing a new app to improve customer engagement. The sponsor wants to test core functionality with real users before committing to full development. One team member suggests releasing a basic version with essential features. Another proposes a clickable mockup to test layout and navigation. Which deliverable best supports early validation through actual user interaction? Functional specification, prototype, minimum viable product, or final product release? What is a prototype? If we talk about B, is B the correct answer or is C the correct answer? So we can differentiate between, or we will differentiate here, what is a prototype versus what is a minimum viable product. Anybody? Okay. So let's look into each one of them here. Yeah, functional specification. Now, functional specification is like a document describing how the system should work. It's like no real user interaction possible, etc. It's all about how system should work. Now, when we talk about prototype, it's a visual or clickable model for testing, design, and flow. It's not functional. It's good for layout testing, not for validating actual result. When we talk about minimum viable product, MVP, it's a working version. So version of the product that contains just enough core feature to be usable and gather real feedback from early user. This allows validation of assumptions or collection of user insights, and it is commonly used in agile and lean approaches to minimize waste and speed up learning. And the last one here is on final product releases. When we talk about that, it's like too late for any early feedback. It happens after full development. So the question was like the deliverable that supports early validation. So if we say early validation, definitely final product release is very late. That's not your answer. D is eliminated. Now, it also talks about the sponsor wants to test core functionality, right? Testing the core functionality with real users before committing to full development. So it's all about features that is that could be a work function because it is enough for the core features and functionality, and that's why C, which is a minimum viable product, is the right answer here, because remaining is not functional, and there is no real user interaction, etc. for that.
Correct. So the keyword here, actual user interaction, is for viable product.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, these are really important, preparing you for your PMP mindset for real exam. So next we have drag and drop. Mostly in real exam, they will provide you the full terms, not just acronyms, but here just to test you how attentively you are following these terms. Okay. Yeah. So good. It was a simple one, and we can move on to the next one. So it's about the process groups and knowledge areas. Okay, great. All right. So that was just to simply make sure that you are following this project management terms.
Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon to stay tuned with the PM Pulse.